Um, proud of our guys. It's not easy to come out, practice 8 with the humidity where it was, and have a full scrimmage. I thought the defense showed up early. The offense struggled a little bit early, but found a rhythm, especially in the red zone. So again, happy with the fact that both sides of the ball had some success at different points. So you never want any scrimmage to be one-sided, and feel good that today wasn't. Questions?
Did Gary sit out today, or did
Nope, Gary went. Yeah, limited. I mean, I think we were trying to keep him around 15 to 20 reps, but he went.
Who ended up winning the scrimmage?
The defense. Yeah, they had a couple turnovers early, and we started the scrimmage with the ball in the -2, so we had to work on our backed up situations, and so sometimes that's going to happen for an offense, and we got to learn how to respond.
So they had a couple turnovers today. We saw one day this week offense doing up downs for turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any issue there with the ball security, or?
Yes, yeah, and we're addressing it. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
It's good for the defense.
It's great for the defense. If we had no turnovers, I'd be worried about the defense. So I mean,
right.
It's you want to be somewhere in the middle. It's probably a little bit too much offense. The ones that bother me are fumbles, right? I mean, that's a choice that you make to be loose with the football. Sometimes interceptions happen. They bait a quarterback into seeing something that's not there, or tip balls, and I'm not saying they're okay, but when you fumble the football, that's a choice.
What are your initial impressions without looking at the film about how Sam and Shane do today?
Well, it's hard to tell, without looking at the film. I don't think it'd be fair.
What are you seeing from Calvin Anderson?
You can tell the guy's played a lot of football. He's really, really tough. We gotta get him as big and as strong, as fast as possible. But he's tough. He'll get in there and scrap. But you can also tell that the offense is a bit new to him. Some of the calls, and especially against our defense, it's I'll never forget the day. I don't know when was it, last spring, when Sam first got here, when he should have been still in high school, and we had a 3rd down day, and they were blitzing all over the place, and Sam walked off the field. I think he said, "Coach, I swear to God, they had 15 guys out there sometimes." And so there are times when, and even though Calvin is very experienced, we gotta shore up some of our rules.
Are Denzel and Sam just noticeably bigger and stronger than Calvin?
No.
Are any of your incoming freshmen that are able to get some reps with the ones, aside from assuming like Caden?
With the ones, Keontae goes with the ones quite frequently. Obviously, Caden on defense. With Gary playing limited reps, DeMarvion, was in there a little bit. So there's a few.
You have a lot of running backs kind of fighting for touches and stuff like that. Did any one guy sort of stand out today above the rest, or is it they all sort of blended together?
No, yeah, I mean, coaches we gotta watch film. I'm not out there. We're not out there grading anything. We're out there, administering practice.
Who would be the backup to Gary right now, like if there was a game day?
Well, you talking about the first half of the Maryland game when Anthony Wheeler's suspended, or are you talking about beyond that?
Beyond that.
It would probably be to get your best guys on the field. Probably, Malcolm at middle linebacker, Wheeler at weak side linebacker, and then if Jeff is healthy, him at B-backer. If he's not, then Joseph Osai.
Anthony Wheeler?
That's what I just, yeah.
Right, but that's,
What did I say?
you said he's suspended for the first half of Maryland?
Correct.
Why is that?
Because he got targeting in the second half
Oh,
of the
that's right,
Missouri
that's
game.
right. Okay, that, I
No
thought,
drama.
Tom, through the contract
That
practice,
was-
now that you guys aren't full pads and what we'll do Sunday, how do you feel about the progress the running game is making? Because I know you said, before camp that was an area where you wanted to see improvement.
I think it's made a ton of progress, when we settle our defense down and play base, not base personnel, but just play coverage and not blitz and move and all that. When guys are blitzing and moving and slanting and coming from everywhere, we gotta slow the game down a little bit up front for ourselves. We get caught a little bit, but that's why we play really good defense too and have a lot of TFLs. So that's the next step. I think when we're seeing base fronts and coverages, we're in my opinion, through 7-8 practices, we're improved. But we've got to take the next step when stuff's flying all around you. We still got to get hats on hats.
What have you seen from Daniel Young so far?
I think his vision has improved. Daniel's the kind of guy that I don't. He doesn't do anything that'll wow you, but he does everything really good, and so that's really good. But I do think he's developed. You're going to see a guy that's stronger than he was last year. You're going to see a guy that breaks a few more tackles than he did last year. I think the biggest thing is he's comfortable, with back-to-back years in the same offense, just kind of seeing where the runs are going to come and kind of almost anticipating a little bit based on fronts and blitzes and all that. So he's doing good, progressing.
Trey Watson sit out today.
Yeah, he won't be contact until at least Tuesday. We're going to again evaluate him on Monday, do a strength test in both legs, and hopefully that repaired leg is strong enough to be tackled.
Incorporated more four-man front to what does that personnel look like in the front six for like the first string on four-man front?
It's the same front. Same personnel. Just our B-backer slides to a 5 technique, and one of our ends slides to a 3 technique. So
Which ends? There's a Charles or Brecken?
it depends. Yeah, on the call left and right and all that stuff.
Going back to the running backs, do you have any that will wow you?
I think Keontae's got some wow in him. He's still got a lot to learn, but he's got some wow in him. Yeah.
In spring game, Colin and Will Jordan both had their big moments, stuff like that. But what have the battles been like with them and the DBs?
It's fierce. I think Chris Boyd has done well this camp. Devontae has done well. That's a battle. There's a couple potentially elite guys from potential NFL corners.
Is one of those sides seeming to come out on top more than the other?
Nah, which is a good thing.
How the tight ends, shaping up? You talk about Bragg, Layfield,
Yeah, so we have legitimately 3 deep, and Max Cummins has actually developed and improving quite a bit too. So I got to knock on wood on that thing right there, because that's certainly been a problem in the past, is having quality depth at that position. So but really excited about their development and the depth that we can roll guys in. We can play some 12 personnel, and it's been fun to watch those guys
you
grow.
feel like you can utilize them more in the passing game as opposed to just blocking?
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
Caden get another turnover today, or?
Caden Stearns?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You said 2 on defense. Were there 2 on?
There was a safety from the -1 and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. I think it might have been John Bonney that scooped it up, and then I know Anthony Cook picked off a pass in 2 minutes, and I don't remember any beyond that.
Time for 2 last ones. When you look back at just the first scrimmage of last August compared to this year, is there just a noticeable difference just from the eye test?
Oh, marked difference. Yeah, we're much deeper in a lot of positions, which is good because guys can roll in and stay fresh, especially on a day like today where the humidity was so high, and just the, I've said before, when you've got strong legs and strong hips, it's harder to get fatigued, and I think our guys are showing, what I think sometimes everybody thinks, well, yeah, big deal, that, you can squat this or power clean that. It is a big deal. It's a really big deal, or we wouldn't do it. And it helps in not only generate power and speed, but it helps a ton with stamina.
You don't get preseason games, so 3 weeks until the opener.
We got treat scrimmages like preseason games.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you, just 1 week of practice, 3 weeks to go, just big picture, how are you feeling right now about the state of affairs?
Good. I like this team. They compete. They talk to each other, which is a really good thing. When things are good and when things aren't going good. It's not a comfort fest out there. It's there's some confrontation at times, which is a good thing within families. But feel good. There's 3 weeks. You got injuries. You got position battles. You got a lot of things that could happen in the next 3 weeks. But right now, I feel good about where we're at.
Any injuries today, Coach, in 3 weeks?
Not that are significant. I think we had a couple guys, get like a stinger and go back in or something like that, but nothing where a guy had to, get carted off or miss the rest of the scrimmage.